Sustainable evening, everyone. I'm Dan Diaz of Let's Get It Done. Currently, I'm in the island of Olango here in Lapu-Lapu City, Philippines. And tonight, we have a very good friend, a special Echo Nut, a green team academy friend and partner from Denver, Colorado. Let's welcome Miss Joanne Gregerson. So let's have her on our show. Great early morning, Joanne. How are you today?
I'm doing so great. It's so nice to be with you. Yeah, it's 5:40 in the morning.
Wow.
The sun is the it was dark 10 minutes ago when we were talking, starting to be the break of dawn. So happy to be here with you. I can't see your camera yet, Dan, but I know you're there.
Yeah. So I'm live and alive. Uh, Yesterday I just had my second job of vaccination here in
Ooh.
Lapu-Lapu City. So thank you for those frontliners making sure we are boosting our immune system. And yes, so for tonight we have challenge, and it's Take Up the Challenge Philippines. But before that, I'd like I'd like you to know who is Joanne. So 3 years ago, we've been also connecting online, attending her podcast as a guest. But now I told her it's about time I will ask her to be our guest for the Let's Get It Done under Sustainable PH channel. So thank you, Joanne, even though it's too early.
Thank Oh, it's perfect. It's perfect. Yeah. Thank you so much. Yeah, we're excited to be here and be talking about the challenge. And I see team number 24, Bokashi Pinoy, is here in the chat. Woohoo! All right, Lainey and
Yes,
Lee.
Bokashi, how are you? Um, Before that, for the everyone who is watching in our channel, so Joanne, let me ask you, what is Green Team Academy, and what is this yearly climate action challenge, and how was it the first year, second year that Seed 4Com has been active partner, and then the last year's experience of the challenge, and this year's call for another batch. So this is worldwide
Yeah,
challenge. Go
exactly.
ahead, Joanne.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's been so great for me. Our partnership between Green Team Academy and Seed for Calm has been instrumental in what we've been doing. I'm going to move here to try and get out of the glare a little bit.
No.
Um, but yeah, so I started Green Team Academy in 2018 because I realized that the message that a lot of people were getting about climate action and environmental work was very small and very restrictive. You know, it's like don't do this, don't do that, and and people when you try and get them interested in helping you, it's a very kind of negative message that we send. And along the way, I kind of accidentally started an environmental group. I started a green team in my neighborhood. And when I asked people, hey, let's come together and let's work on some projects, people responded in a very positive way. And I started interviewing people on my podcast like Dan and hearing, how are you getting so many people interested and excited? And so I've talked to and worked with hundreds of teams around the world now, and published this book called Climate Action Challenge, a proven plan for launching your eco initiative in 90 days. And so last year, that book just had its 1 year birthday. Happy birthday to the book! Um, and right after the book got released, we recruited people from around the world to try it out. Try this thing of start some environmental or community initiative in 90 days. And so that's what happened in the 2020 International Climate Action Challenge. And the link You can find it at greenteamacademy.org. But we had teams from 21 countries came up, and a lot of teams from the Philippines, which are going to meet today. So that's part of why we're doing this Take the Challenge Africa. Sorry, Take the Challenge Philippines. We did an event, Take the Challenge Africa. So we have teams from around the world that are stepping up. And today we're going to be meeting some of the eco champions from last year. So Daniel Agan with Youth Proyecto Philippines, and Reina with Juan for Nature, and Dorothy with Earth Fairies, and Sheila DeForest with Team Great Golden. All these people just had ideas, and they went from passion to action in 90 days. And it's so much fun. And you get to know people from around the world. So that's what we're doing. And we're also partnering with Seed for Calm and Plant for the Planet Philippines. So everyone that makes a donation between now and August 18th to Green Team Academy, we're planting a tree with Plant for the Planet Philippines. So we are already up to 126 trees. We want to keep that going and get to at least 500. So that's a quick intro. I want to make sure that we have time to talk about all of our teams here. So back to you, Dan.
Yes, thank you, Joanne. Yeah, so it was really inspiring as well, and I didn't know that I'll be part of that climate challenge, 90 days action on cleanup. So I was so sort of my heart got so spread out being featured in that book, and a lot of countries joining that challenge last year. I mentored on how they can start. I clean up in their area with no funding at all, so just
Right.
sharing what we have been doing, and the strength is really our volunteers in the community, knowing the goal of why we do things, and find people who are passionate and create the team. So I encourage everyone to join this year's challenge. And how much is the registration, Joanne? Is it for blah 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 fee?
It's not $1,000. It's not $200. It's free. Yeah, it's
Wow.
free. And what we're including, you get the book, the workbook. We do weekly live trainings. There's a video course, there's a community portal, and there's a chance to be an eco champion award winner like you're going to meet today and be featured in our December summit. And we want to have a bunch more teams in there from the Philippines like we did last year. But yeah, it's free.
Yeah, so that's priceless. It's not free, it's priceless.
Exactly.
Yeah, true. You know what? Even in our organization, Seed for Com, we have conferences, we have summits, workshops. It's also for free because we want everyone to participate, and we are very thankful to our panelists or speakers, because they are really have the passion and heart for the people and planet. Because some, you cannot invite them, you really have to pay for them. They'll say, okay, how much is the price? Let me just see. And this time we have organization funding, corporate, and friends. So thank you, Green Team Academy, for this yearly challenge. And we are always supportive of this challenge, because this is also part of sustainable PH program, to make sure that sustainability will be known in the grassroots and can be done by all walks of life. So that's why I'm thankful that Sustainable PH had asked me to be one of the moderator, and they gave me this "Let's Get It Done" show. Sometimes I'm in different island, no signal, so different places. So this is really cool. Thank you, Sustainable PH. And
Yes.
now,
Thank you.
I don't know who are here online with our team, but while waiting, Joanne, I would like to ask Gio. Gio is our tech background for Sustainable PH. Could you give a short intro of Dorothy's challenge last year? And Dorothy can't make it because she's in Leyte, and she gave us a recording, and the signal there is so bad. So Joanne, share to those watching how's Dorothy's challenge, and how did she
Yeah.
join? Yeah.
Yeah, Dorothy's story is one that I tell, like, right now I'm doing 2 live workshops every week for people that are interested in doing the challenge. And every time I mention Dorothy's story, because it's so wonderful. So Dorothy joined our challenge last year after attending the Eco Leaders Boot Camp with Seed for Calm, and she's at that point she was 18 years old, and she just had this idea that she wanted to encourage people to do urban farming. Um, but by the end of the challenge, she registered in August, the 90-day period, September through November. In December, she was signing a memorandum of agreement to be helping operate a farm with the Seed for Calm partners. And this is part of, so that's what her video is about. So yeah, and she's a videographer too. So her videos are always awesome. So yeah, can't wait to share that.
All right, so I'll ask Gio then. So, I'm sorry, it's Dorothy from Quezon City. All
Yeah,
right.
Dorothy Faye Martin.
Good evening everyone. Magandang gabi po. Kumusta na kayong lahat? I hope you are all doing fine. By the way, my name is Dorothy Faye Martin. I was once a challenger of International Climate Action Challenge last 2020. It was a great journey. I remember my challenge was inviting people to do urban gardening. I've learned a lot and it helped me grow as a person and as an environmental advocate. At first, I thought I am very young and I am not capable of being a leader. But through that challenge, I created a group named Earth Fairies. We are a group of young people who are writing contents, doing videos to advocate for climate action. But however, we became inactive in social media because it was difficult for us to handle social media accounts while doing online class. But as for me, I focus more on on-ground activities. I am working with people the same as I mentioned to you before, like Sir Gio from Seed for Com, Sir Chivas from Gabay, IJ, and many people. They are all great and I learned a lot from them. Because of generation gap, advocating for climate action is difficult, but I still continue. We still continue. People may find you weird and won't understand what you are doing. Sometimes even your family won't understand you, and sometimes they won't support you. But always go back to the reason why you started this advocacy or the project itself, and surround yourself with good people who will uplift your spirit. I learned from Joanne Gregerson that what important is partnership. I repeat again, partnership. The voice of a group of passionate and committed people is greater than the shout of one person. So now I invite you to join the International Climate Action Challenge this 2021. We all have stories to tell, and remember that small actions make a big difference. Let us grow together and help our Mother Earth. Today, we need actors, and we need you. So take the challenge, Philippines. Thank you po. Salamat. Bye-bye.
Wow, yes, so amazing. So I'm also thankful for Dorothy Faye and also to Joanne's Climate Challenge because we were really looking for a space in Quezon City where we can promote this food garden movement we've launched last year. But it's so hard to find a space and a partner. And because of that, connected us to a barangay in Bahay Turo in Project 8, Quezon City. And with a memorandum of agreement with our Seed for Com chapter, Gio, our lead there in Quezon City, spearheading. So thank you. He is watching right now. Thank you, Gio, and the rest of the Seed for Go Champion NCR team. And yeah, so thank you. And who else
We
was
have
from the Philippines? I don't know if they can join us. So maybe you can share about Daniel and the rest, and let's show the video later of Sheila. Yeah.
Yes, yes, this is awesome. Right. And I just want to mention also that our first team from 2021 is Team Bokashi Pinoy. And I see that we've got a few of the challengers that are watching us on Facebook with us. So that's Lainey and Angelica and Roy, Emmanuel. We're just so excited,
Yeah.
and this is exactly what the challenge is about. Is people just have an idea, they come together and we support them. We're not giving money, but as I love how in Dorothy's video she said partnerships. Let me say that again. Partnerships. This is what we learned from Seed for Calm and others around the world. So yeah, the other other two um, award winners from last year from the Philippines is the One for Nature group that was led by Reina Baroto. And this group, oh my gosh, this is another story that I tell all the time because their group, they decided to call them Juan for Nature. So, if you're from the Philippines, Juan is like every person, right? And also, it kind of sounds like one for nature. So they came up with this name, Juan for Nature. And remember, all these things happened during the pandemic. Lots of lockdowns happening, and that did not stop people. So, what Juan for Nature, they wanted to focus on solid waste management. They saw a lot of issues and they're like, you know what, we need to work on this. So they started by doing info sessions and training sessions, and they quickly heard from people, hey, yeah, the reason there's so much trash and so little recycling is we don't have a place to put it. And so this One for Nature group of young people, they built a materials recovery facility from coconut lumber and bamboo lumber. They got a roof from a junk shop and they built it during the 90-day challenge and then started with the materials they were collecting, like plastics. They were able to sell that and actually make some money to fund their events. And they did Zumba classes. So they just exemplify this creative, fun experience of getting together. And the other story is Daniel Agan, who he had two different challenges. One had to do with the cleanup, and again, it was during the pandemic. So instead of having a bunch of people together, they had to figure out different ways to do that. And the other one was the Eco Festival, the Youth Eco Festival Philippine. Again, they had to switch to being online, but instead of just canceling like a lot of people did, they figured out how to do it online. And his goal was to have 300 people, and they actually had 457. And yeah, so I could just go on and on, but I think that's kind of a quick intro. We also put into the chat there, Geo, our sustainable PH tech guru, put into the chat the link. If you want to read the stories and see the photos, watch the videos of our Philippine Eco Award champions from 2020, you can do that by following that link there.
Wow, amazing. So that was Daniel, and yeah, Daniel Agan. So is also one of our eco leader of Let's Do It Philippines since 2015 and 16. So I had a chance to meet him in their home province in Panay, doing some eco camps, like on a weekend, and he really manifest how young people take action and getting and recruit. It's important to recruit. So the other R's of the 3R is recruit. You need to recruit as many every day. That's the idea. All right. So plus R.
Right. I say ripple,
Oh,
ripple, but
ripple. Yeah,
recruit.
once you grow and a team, you have a ripple effect. Yeah, true.
Yeah, but
So who
recruit
else?
another R. I
Who
love
else,
it.
Joanne, we you'll share. I don't know if they can make it. We're good, right? It's time for Sheila.
Yeah, I think so. Right. And then we want to talk about the tree planting too. But
Perfect.
yeah, should you want me to introduce Sheila's
Yeah,
project?
please, please,
Yeah,
please.
definitely. Um, so Sheila is great because I'm here in Colorado. Dan is in the Philippines, and Sheila is our bridge, where Sheila is from the Philippines, but she lives in Colorado now, and she is Mrs. Eco International. And first, Sheila just joined. I saw her on Instagram, and I saw her out doing so many volunteer activities in Colorado, trash cleanups, and volunteering with all these different environmental groups. So I reached out to her and said, "Hey, we have this challenge coming up. Would you like to be an ambassador?" And she quickly said, "Yes, definitely." So she signed up as an ambassador, and she was posting and getting people excited about the challenge. But then she decided, you know what? Why don't I just take the challenge too? And so she thought, okay, I'll just start like a little group in my neighborhood because we have these kestrels that are nesting in our neighborhood, this bird, and we'll have like a little group around things we can do. Well, she could not get anybody interested. She just like tried and tried, and she was like, oh, here she is, Mrs. Eco International. But anyhow, so now you're going to hear what she was able to do in the 90-day challenge. So we could play her video. That would be awesome. I haven't seen it yet. I'm excited.
Maayong gabi sa inyong tanan.
Please show the
I'm
video.
Sheila De Forest, Mrs. Eco International 2019. I wish I can join you live today. Unfortunately, I leave for work very early, so I am sending you this recorded message. I would like to thank Dan Diaz and everyone in this team for this opportunity to share my experience with joining the International Climate Action Challenge. I am an alumni of the 2020 International Climate Action Challenge, and I am also an eco warrior or eco champion awardee. And I must say, with this program, I was able to found a group here in my city of Golden, Colorado, where we are joined by students, housewives, small business owners, and we were able to organize and do like cleanups in our city. We also hosted a hybrid Earth Day celebration for 2021. So being in this program is so, in a way, inspiring because you get to meet people from all walks of life, from all over the world. So I have friends now in Africa, in Asia, here in the United States, in Europe even. And if not for this challenge, I wouldn't have met Danielle Agan, Gio Almoite, and of course Dan Diaz, which we have collaborated on several projects. I myself is a climate reality leader, and I'm sure some of you are climate reality leaders as well. So this is a perfect opportunity for you to be able to network with other like-minded individuals like yourself, not just in the Philippines, but all over the world. And I would like to thank Joan Gregerson for the opportunity and her passion and the initiative of founding this challenge. She is an inspiration to us all. To me myself, she has been a mentor to me as well. So we hope that all of you here will answer the call, and let's do it, Philippines. So I'd love to see more projects come from the Philippines. Despite the pandemic, a lot of organizations were founded in the Philippines, and you guys are amazing. So keep the flame going, and let's do it, Philippines.
Woohoo! Thank you, Sheila. That was perfect. Yeah. Yeah, that was it. It's such a great story with Sheila because, as I was saying, she just thought she would start this little neighborhood group, and instead, she started a group for their whole city. And then on Earth Day, they worked with the city, with the university, and hosted this 2020 Earth Week event. And they've been doing all kinds of, they do Fridays for Future. They just are a magnet now, a voice for sustainability in the whole city of Golden. So we're so proud of Sheila for doing that. And it looks like Dan's connection is kind of coming and going. So I'm going to just continue a little bit. So just to remind you of a few things. So one is that the Green Team Academy, GREEN, and then TEAM Academy.org, that is a good link to find everything that we're doing. And the Climate Action Challenge, you can sign up at climateactionchallenge.net. And that anybody that decides to make a donation, there's a button there to donate to Green Team Academy. We have been, as part of our climate justice action, we always have a tree planting partner. And right now, our tree planting partner is Plant for the Planet Philippines. So everyone that has attended our film festival, so you'll see the link to attend our film festival, everyone who has donated for any of our summer arts fundraisers, and anybody who donates to Green Team Academy through August 18th, which is when our challenge kicks off, we are planting a tree in your behalf with Plant for the Planet Philippines, which is a part of Seed for Calm. So already we're at 126 trees that will be planted in the Olongo area. The goal is to plant one fruit tree at every home, and there's 10,000 homes in the area, and they have already planted 1,000. So we're helping with the next 500. So if you're interested in that, then you can make a donation when you're there at Green Team Academy. So I think that is it for now. We're so excited for our Bokashi Pinoy team to be one of our Philippines teams for 2021. We hope that you will join them and take the challenge, Philippines. Go with the advice from Daniel Agan from the Youth Proyecto Philippines, from Reina Barato, from One for Nature, from Dorothy Faye Martin, from Earth Fairies. Know that you can be young, you can be old, you can be wherever you are, whether in the Philippines, any in the world, that you can take the challenge, and it's free, and register by August 15th to be part of this global community. All right, so thank you so much, Dan, for inviting me to be part of this. And thank you so much to Sustainable PH for hosting us for this whole Take the Challenge Philippines event. And we're excited. Remember, the time for action is now, because there is no planet B, and we will see you in the challenge. Bye.
Hello everyone, I am Kenneth Carcabilao, a youth leader from Barangay Panganan. We are currently here in Olango Island planting a fruit tree, and Olango Island has many marine protected areas where and we also have a marine sanctuary, and our goal is to plant fruit trees each home in Olango Island, and there are approximately 10,000 households in the island. Support our greening program with a partnership of Seed for Com, Plan for the Planet, Xiaomi Philippines, and Green Team Academy.
Yes, thank you very much, Gio and Joanne, and to the rest of the challengers. So I'm sorry for the bit of technical glitch. I'm in the island of Olango and hoping to boost up the signal also here. But till next time, no? So next week, same time, walang plastikan. I invite you at 7 p.m. Friday, and see you again on Let's Get It Done this month of August. So thank you very much and have a sustainable evening and weekend, everyone. Bye.